everybody, welcome to the Department of Comics. I am your humble host, Agent DeCamp. Happy to see you here. And today I got something new to talk about. I actually started submitting stuff to CGC. I've actually submitted 4 things so far. Well, not 4 comics, but 4 submissions. And the first 2, I've actually sold and traded some of the books away, because actually what I'm trying to do is do the fund your hobby thing. So I want to talk about some of the stuff I got. I got my last 2 submissions here, plus I got some stuff I did for my son-in-law I want to show you. Like in the first submission I ever did, I had this one here. This is his Batman 608 second print. This is my son-in-law's. Okay? And when I first did that book, it was flawless. I mean, I did a nice press on it. Everything looked great. I was like, this is a 9.8 easy. What happened? We got a 9.6. I was like, are you kidding me? How did this get a 9.6? So the grader note said, bend left top of back cover. I flipped it around, looked at it. Yep, you can see a bend. You're going to see a pattern here with these bends, I tell you. So pressed it again, resubmitted it, and this time for him, I actually got him the custom Batman label, which is actually the picture that's here. I don't know how well you can see it there. And the darn glare. There we go. That's a nice view. But we got the 9.8 on it. So this is his like $700 book now. He's looking to trade this to get other Batman books that he wants. So looks good. All right. And then when I did that, when I did the resubmission for that, he also had an Uncanny X-Men 11. I mean, I'm sorry, 12. One of the newer books. J. Scott Campbell. Got him a 9.8 on that. That came out nice. Okay. Then, let's see. My next submission, I had some for him. He's already got them home. It's some of his, like I said, his Silver Age Batman stuff that he wanted to keep. Actually, let me see. I read the 608. Oh, it's his Batman 50 and a 321. So those are things that he wanted to keep. Okay, so my next one here, I had a... Okay, the 608, that was the second submission. So now my third submission, right here, I had an Amazing Spider-Man 201 direct copy. Let me see, pull up the grader's notes. I pressed this one. I knew it had like 2 spine stress lines, one that broke color. Okay, and that's all I can see is that one that breaks a little bit of color. And also it says tanning cover. And I don't know, it looks pretty good to me, but they gave me an 8.0 over that. So, and these are all going to be for sale on my eBay page, or my eBay account, which I'll have a link to in the description. It's called Gotham City Enterprises, or ENT, so it's Gotham City ENT, all one word. The next one I did is I have Batman number 408, a newsstand. This is where they kind of reintroduced Jason Todd, where he's stealing the wheels off the Batmobile. Let me see, we got the grader's notes on this one. Because this one here I thought would have been a 9.8. But once again it says spine stress lines cover. And I only found one, and I don't believe it breaks color, but they gave me a 9.6. So it's still a pretty book for a 9.6. Okay. And then I had an X-Men 274. That's the Savage Land Rogue cover everybody likes. Unfortunately, it's a direct, but I got that into a 9.8. These are all books I bought. I paid like $10 for this book. Got the 9.8, put the custom label on it. So that's going to be for sale on my on eBay. This next one's a weird one for me. It's a G.I. Joe, a real American hero. Let me pull up the notes here. And when I got this, I was like, my God, this book looks flawless. You know, it was amazing. The spine is beautiful. The corners were all sharp. But the weird thing is, it looked like the whites were off. So I was like, well, I'm not going to buy this, you know, because the whites are off. And so I happened to go, it was at a show, and I went to another dealer, and he had one, but that spine was trashed. But the colors were the same exact as the other one, so I went back and I bought that one. I think I paid $8 for it. And it's this one right here. Okay, so I have the front and the back. They're all pretty much the same colors, like an off-white. But like I said, I found another issue from another dealer the same exact way. Well, I got an 8.5 on it, and the only grader note says tanning cover. Because like I said, this book was flawless. So I don't know. But then I went on eBay, And I found on eBay, there's some on there like this, and then there's other ones where they're white. So I can understand it's a tanning cover. It was just amazing that other people have a tanning cover issue with this. So, but 8.5. Okay, that was that submission. Because like I said, the other books were for my son-in-law. And then my latest one that I just got back recently. This book here was for my PC. It's because it's a character I like. It's the original Ms. Marvel. It's Marvel Team Up 62. It's an early appearance by her. This book is drawn by John Byrne. It's got a Gil Kane cover. It's beautiful. When I bought this, I happened to buy a bunch of them off of eBay. And this one was the best one out of the bunch. I actually thought it was going to be like a 7.5. I got a 9.0. So I was happy with that. The grader's notes for this one says, very small crease right bottom of front cover, very small crease right top of back cover, very light spine stress lines. So I knew it had that, but I didn't think it was going to get a 9. So I was very happy with that. That's for me. Okay, and then I got Amazing Spider-Man 202. This one here looked really good. It's a newsstand. I was like, wow, I should be able to do pretty good with this one. Let's see. And for the grader's notes, I got very small crease left top of back cover and very light spine stress lines. Yeah, there's no stress lines that break color, and that crease wasn't there because I made sure of it because it's got a black cover. I mean, black back cover. You know, so you have to be careful of it. Well, I got a 9.0. So, what can you do? All right. And then the next one I have is a Transformers number 23 newsstand. That one says very light spine stress lines, very light crease top of front cover, very light crease center of front cover. And this one here, because of that, they gave me a 9.0. And the thing is, I've seen videos where it shows they don't use gloves or anything. They want to have the textile feel of touching the books. And I swear to God, some of these look like it's where they grabbed it, to open the book. And I'm not saying they're damaging my books or anybody's books, but I don't know if I just have a harsh grader or what's going on. But because I've seen other videos on here with people, they show stuff, and I was like, wow, my book was better than that. And I got a bad grade. Okay. So the next one I have here is a Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, number 1. In a 9.8. However, this is not the first print. This is the dollar store variant, the Dollar Tree variant. There's no ads in the book, so it's actually considered a second print. It's from 2024, where the original book came out in 2021. But there aren't that many of these on the census. Sorry, I'm trying to get where there's not that much of a glare from the monitor and the lights. But this book came out really nice. So I submitted 3 of those. And then amazingly, one of them only got a 9.2. And the reason why I got a 9.2 is, let's click this. It says it has a very light tear with crease top of front cover. And you look at it, yeah, it's right there. I know you can't see it with my camera. I gotta get a better camera. But once again, that looks almost like when they were opening the cover. Because I wouldn't have submitted that if that was there, So, what can you do? So I got a 9.8, a 9.2, and then my third one got the 9.8. Like I said, these are all the Dollar Tree variants. So they're kind of hard to find. They're rare, especially because they came in these cellophane-style bags, and they were in a display, no backing board, and you'd go there and they'd all be bent over. So finding ones with good spines was hard, but like I said, I found 3 of them. My next one here is an Absolute Batman Arc M, cover A. I got the 9.8 on that. Okay. I know the Absolute Batmans are starting to come down now, but hopefully I can get these in there in time. And then I got 14, cover A. Okay. This next one I was happy with. I paid $5 for this book, and I got the 9.8 on it. First appearance of Omega Red. I did some work on that one. I was happy with that. And then my last one is a strange one. I got this one as part of a trade with some other books when I traded one of my earlier submissions in. Somebody at a show. And what this is, it's Marvel Superhero Secret Wars number 1. And it's the Blue Galactus printing error in it. It's also a newsstand, but CGC doesn't recognize the Blue Galactus printing error because they didn't have it on their submission order form to pick that as a variant. So I did it as I, typed it in that this is the Blue Galactus printing error variant. Nope, they didn't care. They just got it as a newsstand. That's it. So I got an 8.0 on that, and the reason why I got an 8.0 on this one, which I thought I should have gotten a 9, but they have light spine stress lines and light crease, top right of front cover, which is right there in the corner. And it looks to me like when they opened it, they creased it, because I would not have put that through. I mean, it doesn't break color, but I would not have submitted that because I looked these over. So like I said, it seems like I get somebody that likes to put creases in my books. I don't understand why. But like I said, that's a 9. That's an 8.0. It looks beautiful. I think it deserved better than an 8. But like I said, I have all these on my eBay page, gothamcityent. Had that name for a long time. My wife and I were going to have a business one time, and that was going to be our business name. I just never changed it. Okay, so that's all I got for now. Like I said, this was my 4th submission. Right now I have a single book submission in there. It's for my son-in-law. It's his Spider-Man #1 with the Todd McFarlane signature on it. So it's in there waiting for that to be authenticated. And when we get that back, I'll let you know what that comes back as. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could, please leave me a like, leave me a comment, tell me what you think about my stuff. Hopefully I'm getting better in my pressing and everything. And apparently I'm missing creases. Either that or they're putting them in, I don't know. But I go over them with a magnifying glass. So let's hope I get a little bit better then. And maybe I'll get a better grader. So until next time, keep reading those comics. Bye.